Hi, everybody. It's Tuesday. So that means it is time for our mind portion of our mind and body wellness series. So I am April, a crisis counselor with the Missouri Show Me Hope Crisis Counseling Program here at Preferred Family Healthcare Prevention. So today I wanted to focus. This is going to be the last part of my three-part back to school series. So we did a mental health checklist that kind of pertains to parents, guardians, adults in the school system. Last week, I talked about our teachers and what teachers can do for the back to school season and kind of make that process a little easier for them and to kind of cope with any changes that might be happening. So, for our third part, I want to talk about students. Um, I want to, this can be a very stressful school year going into maybe some new things happening, things that you're not used to. So I kind of wanted to just discuss how you can better prepare yourself to just try to have the best school year possible, whether that be mentally, physically, just kind of getting prepared and being ready to tackle whatever this new school year does bring. So, a few things to talk about. So, one thing I wanted to talk about is kind of time management and how you can manage your school schedule and your homework and how you can find a system that works for you. Now, you might be required to have a planner for school. These are really great to keep track of your homework assignments, but also remember these are really good for keeping track of extracurricular activities. I know a lot of people, I'm from a small community, a lot of very busy parents, a lot of very busy students in the smaller schools. Everyone does everything. So not only keeping track of your homework in a planner, but also keeping track of appointments, extracurricular, those practices, baseball games, softball games, football games, anything throughout the school year that you'll need to keep track of. Make sure staying organized and staying on top of it can help with any sort of stress or anxiety that might come from, maybe not necessarily having your ducks in a row. And if parents, if you have busy kids, this could be especially helpful for you if you have multiple kids. So that's one tip that is kind of important. Starting small, I know it can be very overwhelming if you have big assignments due or a lot of things due at once. But start small. Take small chunks of those big assignments and make them doable for you. So if you have a big lengthy research paper due or a big English paper due, start early and start doing small portions of those. Another, if you maybe you're not a fan of math. I know I'm not a fan of math. But if you're not a fan of math, you don't like doing your math homework, break that down. If you have 30 questions you have to do, break that down into 5 questions at a time. And it's going to be much more enjoyable and much less of a daunting task for you. Coming up with ways that work for you to get organized. It's not enough to just have a planner, have notebooks and stuff, but helping you to be more organized. So finding a way that works for you. Getting into a routine. This can be very difficult with it's back to school. Summertime, everyone's very free. You can do whatever you want a lot of the time. So starting a routine. Getting used to doing homework every day. Getting used to limiting that screen time. If you're a younger student. Obviously, this isn't just for high school or elementary students, college student, any student. Getting into a routine and finding what works for you. Learn how to create a distraction-free zone. I know that's so hard, especially with those screens that we were just talking about. TVs, phones, tablets, it can be very hard, but finding a distraction-free zone can take a lot of that stress out of studying and actually can help you focus and maybe help you retain some of the information a lot easier than you would have. I know it can be hard if your phone notifications are going off all the time, so So stuff that I used to do is either put my phone on Do Not Disturb, turn it off for a little bit, take a break from it. Those are excellent ways to um, try to be in a distraction-free zone. Something else that you can try to do to have the best school year possible is to be realistic about your assignments and your tasks and how long they're going to take. Um, I know with me, sometimes I would start something and think, oh, this is only going to take me a few minutes. Well, an hour and a half later, you're still working on it. So making sure that you're allowing yourself enough time will also help you to not be stressed and to better prepare for your assignments and for the school year. And using your class time wisely, this is a really important one too. Um, not so much for college students probably because your schedules would be different, but elementary school, high school, you have set periods of time for your classes. So if your teacher gets done 15, 20 minutes early, crack that book open, do some homework, jump ahead on that reading assignment. Um, try to get those things done ahead of time in a timely way that works best for you. Trying to look over your notes every night, not just when you have a big test you need to study, but trying to review every single day what you learned that day or go over, trying to get that information in. And studying a little bit every single day. If you're like me, cramming in a big study session just doesn't work for me. I don't retain information that way. I retain it best when I review it frequently and I review it in a way that works for me. So, studying a little bit at a time is going to be much less stressful and easier for you to deal with than trying to cram everything in at once. And something that can be really important is to find a solid support system. Find someone who you can kind of buddy up with in your class, someone who you can help each other on your homework. Making friends and getting to know those around you is going to help you in the long run. Help you feel more comfortable, help you ask for help if you need it. Talk to your teachers if you are needing help, working on that support system. Building on that is a very important part of your success as a student. Reaching out when you do need help in forming those lines of communication. So I think that's really about all the information I have for today. I hope everybody really enjoyed the Back to School series. I thought it was very important to focus on the parents, teachers, and the students. Since this Back to School season may be kind of different, maybe some of you don't know what it's going to look like. Some people hold masks mandates, some people not going back in person, some people are, some people doing a hybrid. So everything looks different for everybody. So this back to school season, find something that works for you. Find your support system. Find that one caring adult that we have talked about that can be there for you. You can confide in and talk to. So get to know your teachers, get to know the other staff at the school. But I think that's all I have for today. I hope that you find this video to be helpful, and I hope that you have an awesome school year and have an awesome rest of your week. And if you need to reach out, it's moprevention@pfh.org. And if you are struggling with resiliency and coping skills because of COVID and the pandemic, you can always reach the 24/7 confidential Missouri Show Me Help helpline at 1-800-985, in case you get that right. So 1-800-985-5990. And there's always going to be someone there to listen. So, like I said, have an awesome start to your school year. I hope it goes awesome. And enjoy the rest of your week and be well and be ready for Kylie on Thursday. So, all right. Thank you. Bye.